So it's time to have a look at Osimhen. He's 95 rated, he's a team of the season moments with a rapid, technical and chip shot, and he's a 4-star, 5-star, 6'1" with the right foot. Stats wise, like pretty much all of the Serie A so far, it looks pretty good. 99 on the finishing, the attacking positioning, and 97 on the shot power. Dribbling wise, looking fantastic. Obviously, like most, we are going to go with that engine, and it will keep him controlled lengthy. So he ends up with 99 pace, 82 passing, and 92-93 on the agility balance. It will make him a 97 striker overall, and he's coming in at the moment at 365,000 coins. The question is he worth it? He's a big old rating. Can his card justify it? Right then, let's give him a go. So far, it's a big tick for Giroud, it's a big tick for Leao, and it's also a big tick for Xerxes. The question is Osimhen on that level? That is going to be the big question that I was kind of unsure about, just because I see the card and I'm thinking he's most definitely very, very good. I don't know if he's quite Sorloth good. Sorloth has been phenomenal, and that's going to be the benchmark for any striker with that controlled lengthy. So it's got a big price tag on him. Not necessarily as much as Giroud, which will be very interested in a second anyway. But most definitely he is going to be criticised, I think, more than anything. He's got to be pulled apart, because we're now getting to the point where there is now a lot of strikers in that kind of, oh, that's bad. That's very, very bad. Good save from Casillas. But there's a lot of strikers in that absolute top category. We saw it with Drogba. We've now seen it with a Sorloth. We've seen it with all of the Serie A strikers. I think Giroud is kind of one of the big ones, to be honest. He had a monster upgrade, which is very, very nice to see. This guy's going to go for the big header in, and it's a good save from Casillas. But the Rapid Plus is definitely going to be something very interesting to use, because we saw, of course, we saw it with Xerxes. The Rapid Plus on anybody that is lengthy is most definitely a very interesting trait to have in itself. Obviously, as well, he does have the technical if you really wanted to go down that route. So, again, another, how on earth did he jump there? But it's definitely an interesting route to go with when it comes to the Playstyle Pluses, because the lengthy aspect of him is that he goes quicker over time. So, if he's already got that Rapid Plus, that should mean he's kind of always quick. So it's a very interesting kind of style to play with, the Playstyle Pluses and kind of this lengthy meta. We saw it last year with Czech on New Gen. Obviously, this is all talk about New Gen as well. This unfortunately doesn't have any effect on Old Gen. I don't know why it's not changed over. Nice. Get the inside if we can. Pull it back, and Sorloth just misses it. I think the only real key points that you could make, that's a great ball. Oh, can we get one more? It's lovely. Oh, it's a cross line. Lovely stuff. The only points you could make with Osimhen just straight off the bat is obviously the 5-star skill move. I think that's always an argument you can make with most cards, because not everybody's a 5-5 demon. The Playstyle Plus, nearly. The Playstyle Plus of a chip shot. Again, if you do chip shots, it's not bad, but I mean, for me, I don't get that many moments where I'm like, okay, that is definitely where I need a chip shot plus, but I could be playing differently. There could be people that have the chip shot plus and absolutely love it. It's a good setup. But for me, it's kind of a wasted one. I'd have much preferred a power shot of finesse. To be honest, I'd even prefer an aerial for him. For somebody in the air, he's, 6'1", so he's a big old striker, especially if you are playing him with someone on, no, that's poor. Somebody on the shorter end, kind of looking for that aspect, good block. That could be the arguments to it, but I think for me, an aerial plus is always one to have a look at nowadays, especially with a lot of these bigger strikers having it. The technical and rapid, I personally don't need to, and I get when I did somebody else, I can't remember who else had it, but somebody else had it, and somebody made that kind of point that you almost have a Playstyle Plus for every run type or every scenario of a run. And to be honest, I can kind of see that. It's not a bad thing to have. You can't use both at the same time, so that is always something to consider. So that again could either be, I'd say, a neutral issue really. It's not necessarily a bad or a good thing as such, but I can agree that you can obviously have a type of run for everything. But that's kind of like the start of this card. If I can find a little turn, that would have been absolutely perfect. There it is. Little shimmy, and Nesta's coming to the rescue. Fair enough. Good run. He's got Osimhen in support. kind of need him to be on his game. Get the touch. It's a good block from Vidic. It's the problem with centre-backs now. They are most definitely not easy to get past. They absolutely get everything. I think I've gone offside there. Ooh, this is going to be the perfect bit. Can we go for a bit of a whipped? Oh, it's... Wow. Like, I mean, I would put myself money on it that I should be scoring that. I'm not necessarily that terrible at the game. That was a try. It was on an absolute plate for him, and well, he absolutely fluffed his lines there. Get the first touch. Good save from Alisson. I can't believe he missed that. It was an open easy. There's the ball. Oh, he got it. It's got to have the rapid plus. Gone for the hit and hope. Did we get a free kick? Or was that no, just a normal corner? Gets there, but he just doesn't feel that quick, to be honest, off the mark. Like the rapid plus, Sorloth just feels rapid whenever he gets the ball and gets into that stride. That's terrible. You just can tell he's on the ball. Whereas, I don't know. I'm not feeling that from Osimhen. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, finding him out wing. I don't know, he just can't catch a break, to be honest. I think... I was just hoping hoping the keeper glitched. Sometimes you find that the keeper just doesn't jump at the feet for some reason, and I was kind of hoping that was going to be one of the times, but... I don't know. I'm feeling very mixed about him. In terms of just a generic striker, I've just seen so many better, and I'd kind of thought that with kind of how the card looks. You just know when a card is kind of coming in at that low price. When we're looking at the levels of what we're seeing with Giroud, Martinez looks absolutely outstanding. You've then got Leao, you've got yourself Sorloth, who's just come out, so you're already getting so many top end cards. Would they make another? That's the kind of big question. And big ball, Sorloth gonna find it. I mean, there's a bit of obstruction there if I do so myself. Oh, can he? Gone for the left foot. Osimhen steps up where needed. That is what we want to see. And by no means am I saying he's not going to be able to finish. He's not going to be able to do this and that. Of course he is. He's got like 90-something finishing. There's just no way that a card at this level cannot score a simple goal. All I'm saying is when you're looking at the absolute top, who's going to take your team into champs over the next kind of course of a couple of weeks and until we get Euros, and again the cards completely change because that's just how progression works. That's kind of what we're looking at and seeing, is the investment of coins actually worth someone like Osimhen? There's the ball. Can we get the touch and finish? It's a great volley, and it unfortunately doesn't get into the net again. Oh, there it is. It's got to be. Osimhen finds it. I don't know where the defense is going, but he manages to get the winner there. I don't even know what that setup was for the defense. I don't know if he's changing tactics, thinking maybe 120th we could kind of keep it on the go, but most definitely Osimhen's show is here as we try and skip past one and nearly getting it in for the second. Into Sorloth's feet. He's going to go with a fake into Osimhen's feet. He's going to open his body. Keeper's there. Doesn't matter. It's a hat-trick hero. And Osimhen seals the deal. Lovely. Great footwork. Ball roll into hopefully a challenge. It was 1 second too late. You know full well he's absolutely miffed. So going into the overall form then, so 372,000 is what it's coming in at. Obviously you're going for the engine, you don't really need any more shooting, like it's pretty much maxed out, that's fair enough. Obviously the agility balance, 92-93, very, very good. When we look at the difference between him with someone like a Giroud, we can kind of see pace-wise, obviously Osimhen goes for it. Shooting-wise, very similar. Passing, actually Giroud absolutely tanks him, only 77 compared to the 91. Dribbling-wise, Osimhen and Giroud very similar, and then the physicality, Giroud absolutely swamps again. So in terms of that, I'm like, okay, well, Giroud's a 5'4", Osimhen's a 4'5". It's kind of the same deal. In terms of dribbling-wise, you'll find a little bit better in Giroud there, just light on his feet a little bit, whereas Osimhen does have the kind of I'd say height advantage, but I mean he's 6'1" versus 6'4", so it's not as if either any of them are actually small in any way. So that's already like a big difference between them. When you look at Liao, he's 6'2", but completely different because he is very explosive going down. I want to say he's controlled, but then Martinez again is very different because he's 5'9". So you're looking at a different array of strikers. And then when you look at someone like a Sorloth or a Drogba, they're sort of tank builds. They're kind of bigger builds, where Osimhen seems to be quite lean still. He's not necessarily a kind of a big old striker. He's just tall and lean, very rapid, which is what we can imagine. And the rapid definitely has a good play in him. I do think, though, he isn't quite as spectacular as kind of like your Girouds, your Drogbas, your Sorloths. Them are kind of what I really like, but he can still get you goals. I'm not saying that he can't, because most definitely, if you're looking at any striker with 99 finishing, there is no way, doesn't matter what chemistry style you put on him, they're gonna get goals. That is of course the aim of it. I just think he's definitely under them in terms of a striker, but by no means, I reckon, I don't know if I put him in S or S plus for my tier list, to be honest. I want to say he's more of an S striker. If I'm being brutal with him, when it comes to Giroud, he was just magnificent from the get-go. Sorloth was the same. Drogba was the same. And then we saw Liao. Liao was one of the best cards we've used so far. Granted, I haven't used Team of the Season Mbappe yet, but we could kind of give a little guess where that's going. Overall-wise, I'd give him like a... I don't know if I'd give him a straight 10, but I'd give him like a very high, like 9.5 to 9.7. I think he's up there. There's just that little bit of lack in him in comparison, but very good striker, still worth the money. More than likely will drop down as we go over the week. Whether he drops that much, I probably can't see it. He more than likely will hover around this sort of price. So let me know down below if you've managed to get him, and what is your opinions on him.